Hi, Aries, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your angel number 77, your July 7th, 2022 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, a warning against any scammers pretending to be me, reaching out and contacting you guys for any readings, for any donations, for anything whatsoever. Do not be scammed by them. I will not be, asking you for anything. So please do not be taken in by any of these scammers pretending to be any tarot readers. All right, now let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right. So let's see the energy that we need to be mindful of on, July 7th, but also from what the number 77 brings us. So the number 77 is the repeat of the number 7. And this, of course, amplifies the power of 7, which is a highly spiritual number. It embodies inner wisdom, intuition, understanding, discernment, inner strength, tenacity, spiritual wisdom, and awakening. It is our divine life purpose coming forward. So that's what the number 7 brings us. The number 77 is telling us that we've listened to our divine purpose and now we must put that into practice in our daily life. So not only are we talking about this day, July 7th, we are being asked, how are we putting our divine purpose into action on this day? So the energy to be mindful of, the energy that blocks us during this time, let's see it. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is the Hangman, okay? What's going to be part of what we have to be mindful of during this time is that we see things differently than others because we're following our divine purpose. Now, because we're seeing things different than others, we're going to think, okay, I'm wrong, but I need to fit in, and we can actually feel that insecurity that we felt when we were teenagers trying to, find our way or trying to embrace what we really want from life, or, in our 20s or 30s or 40s, whenever we felt insecure, it doesn't matter when it was, that insecurity can be coming forward because there's a sense of, why aren't I like everybody else? So just know that that's going to come forward. Just know that you're going to see things differently than others in your sphere. And that needs to be recognized because it does have an impact. Now, our chakra energy, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly, is peace. And this is the crown chakra. We need and want to crown ourselves in peace, in harmony. We need to find activities that calm us, that center us. This could be meditation. This can be crocheting, knitting. It could be painting. It could be going on a walk. It could be, talking with friends, whatever it is that brings us peace, we need to incorporate that more within our lives, writing letters, or writing in a journal. So here, when we're embracing our crown chakra, we need to crown ourselves with peace, and we need to see what that looks like for us. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. All right. So I love that we start with the number 7. So here we have the 7 of Cups. There are choices to come forward during this time. And there's also a sense of looking at our dreams, looking at the things that we have pushed away and said, there isn't time for this, or this is foolish, or, this isn't what's going to make me successful. And we've kind of stomped down on a very precious part of ourselves. Now we're starting to see it rise back up to the surface of where we need to be, of what we want from our lives and what we're looking for us as individuals. It moves us to the 10 of Swords. This is a time where we see the wisdom that has come into our lives because of the hurts, the pains, the disappointments that we have been through. And as we see this wisdom and as we claim our tenacity, our determination, our focus, but also the sense that we have risen from darkness. The 10 of Swords is the darkness before the dawn. And as we embrace that energy, we embrace ourselves. We see what it is that we want. We know what it is that we need. And it brings us to the King of Cups. This is a time, and on this day, we need to embrace our hearts and what we love. That's why our crown chakra with peace is so important. The King of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. If you have this in your chart, this part of your personality comes out very powerfully. If you have this person in your life, this person can mean so much more to you on this day, or help you really see, either through a positive action or a negative action, the way that you want to move forward, what it is that's important to you. So when the King of Cups comes forward, it's telling us we lead by example. And as an Aries, we innately know from a very young age that we lead by example, that there's a power to our will and there's a power to ourselves. And now we're looking at our heart, which sometimes we poo-poo, and we're looking at it now with a sense of, I need to follow what I love. I need to follow what I need. And I know people say, what you love doesn't matter, but you're going to see here that it really does. What you love, what you're dedicating your time to, who you are, how you spend your moments, it matters. And there's a beauty and a brilliance and a power to you that is coming forward. It brings us to the Knight of Pentacles. Now, the Knight of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Again, we could be born on the cusp with Taurus or have this in our chart. There is a sense of having laid down the paving stones. When we move forward slowly, because I'm just actually hearing, follow the yellow brick road, come forward. But to lay a brick road, that takes a lot of time. And very much like a Roman road, why those last so long is that they were built so unbelievably, intricately, like with so much time, with so much effort put into them. So here, we're looking at the foundations that we have laid as we walk forward. There is still more for us to lay. There is still more for us to go after, absolutely. But we're looking at what we have laid down as the foundation of our past, and we're building off of that. We're slowly and steadily moving towards what we want. This isn't a time where we rush. This is a time where we really sit in meditation of what we want. However, we embrace that meditative practice, whether it be washing the dishes or cooking dinner or, setting the table. It doesn't matter. But we find ourselves moving towards our goals with much more intention on this day. Now we have the Page of Swords coming forward. We're going to find that wisdom comes to us during this time. Snippets of it. Things kind of pasted together like a journal or like a craft book. We're going to see things coming together in ways that we hadn't anticipated. We're also going to see dreams and ideas lifting us out of ruts, out of doubts, out of fears. So if we embrace this time quite openly or quite childlikely, we're going to start to see that we can accomplish more than we had thought. And we can rise to different avenues, different places, different understandings, and really step into what we want for our lives. The Page of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, is telling us to be a student of our words, to see what it is that we keep on coming back to. What is it that we keep on saying? What is it that we need? Do we need to calm ourselves? Are we having so much stress in our lives that right now calming ourselves cannot just be through a meditative act? Do we need rescue remedy or GABA or, calms or chamomile tea or lavender tea to help us calm down, to help us connect with ourselves? So here it's being very knowledgeable. It's also taking in the knowledge that comes our way during this time of intense creativity, but also intense awakening and spiritual wisdom and determination. We're finding our path, and it's lifting us out of a spot that we have been stuck in for quite some time. When it comes to the Four of Pentacles, we're going to start to see, now what's very interesting with the Four of Pentacles is that it's my vampiric energy card. We're going to start to see what drains us, but we're also going to become much more aware of how we spend our money, where we spend our money, and why we spend our money. there are going to be things that we look at and say, well, I want to, designate my time here and not here. I want to focus on this and not that. And that starts to rise us into a new direction, into a new way of being. We're also going to start to look at a lot of the energy that has held us back from the past and start to see that the past does not need to have any power over our present. We have learned what we needed to learn. What are we still holding on to? We are facing our demons with wisdom. And one does not become wise without living through pain and hardship and disappointment. It brings us to our high priestess. And our high priestess sees what others will not. And I love that she's linked with the King of Cups, because there's such a peace and serenity to them. There is a sense here of, I understand what the hustle and bustle is trying to hide from me. I understand by calming myself and centering myself where I need to be, what I need from this time, and what it is that I desire. The veil is being lifted from our eyes. In a sense, it's being lifted with the King of Cups, with what we need to focus on and where we need to be for us individually. For the High Priestess, it's listening to our intuition. We know our divine purpose. Divine wisdom is talking to us. Now we're seeing it and laying it into action in our daily life. This day is about the divine wisdom guiding us forward, leading us to more, helping us understand, helping us to see ourselves in a new light and in a new way. The High Priestess sees people for who they truly are. It sees ourselves for who we truly are. And we're able to call out negative and inappropriate behaviors within ourselves and also within others. We're finding a place of balance, of peace, and of understanding. And the negative, inappropriate behavior doesn't have to be anything big, but it's like, I don't want that in my life. That's souring the pot. That's keeping me from my joy. And now we start to move forward with a greater understanding of what we want, but also of what has been holding us back, because we're seeing ourselves being able to rise. We're seeing ourselves being able to transform. The Nine of Wands is warning us. We're going to be listening to what everybody is saying. We're also really deeply connecting with the wants of others, the desires of others. And that's not a bad thing, but it is something that can really keep us from saying, you know what? Through all of this chaos, through all of this hurt, I found my way. I found that I stand tall. I found that I am powerful. And because we are finding that, because we are seeing that, we also need to understand that we can want to please people. We can want to be what they expect us to be. Or we can want to be so good, so kind, so in tune, so understanding, that we're giving people passes who don't need these passes. We're making excuses for them, and we can also be making excuses for ourselves, where it's like the excuse time is over. Now it is time to see what we really want, and to also understand our strength, and to stop doubting the way that we need to move forward. It moves us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. It's the sun. And it's a funny energy to have the sun of what we need to be mindful of. Now, if we have children or if we're teaching, this can be a child who's always on the up and up, who we always think, oh, well, they have everything under control, and so we don't need to pay attention to them. Here, we need to pay attention to them. They're going to be needing our attention. But also when it comes to us, we can be thinking we're on the up and up. We can be looking at things and saying, if I just keep positive, if I just keep forging forward, if I just keep moving, I can be able to outswim the pain or, move faster than the hurt. And what Spirit is saying here is to let the joy come in, is to also look and see the hurt that we have had to deal with and the way that we have overcome. It's to honor our path and ourselves, because then we actually let ourselves shine instead of just wearing another mask. It moves us to our chakra energy, which is family. We have our root chakra right here, and it is connecting us with our family line. It's connecting us with the family that raised us, the family that we were born into, the family that we've created for ourselves. It can even be our own, generational DNA energy that we're connecting with. Our ancestry can be astoundingly important to us during this time. Our story of us as an individual, the story that we tell, the story that makes us who we are, that's going to be very important also during this time. We're going to see that our roots run deep, and that's going to come forward in different ways for each and every one of us. And here, there is a sense of follow that story, follow that way that you are connecting to your ancestral line, and to your ancient self. Okay, because it can even be past life energy that comes forward. Our subconscious tarot energy is the Three of Pentacles. This is working together. You can't do it all on your own. Aries, you'll want to, because that's the type of person you are. You're very focused, you're very determined, and it is thought that with enough will and enough power, you can achieve anything, which is true. But you need to have that support group. You need to have those people around you who love you, who care for you, who are connecting with you, and that you're building off of. This is also a time to bounce ideas off of people, but also to understand the way that you are growing and the wisdom that is coming in. Looking at your younger self, looking at yourself as you are now, and looking at the self that you one day will become. How are you building towards what you want? Where are you embracing and where are you not? It's very much the maiden, mother, crone aspect, but for everyone, no matter how you identify yourself. So here with the Three of Pentacles, it's working together, it's collaborating, it's understanding, but it's also realizing that what you are creating has the intertwined energy of others coming into it. It's not just all on your shoulders. All right, Aries. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace this angel number day. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aries. And may you have a blessed angel number day.